In 1993, you developed the land at Penn's Landing into what is now Truco Plaza. Is this correct?
Let's see. I know this. You know this. The few million people annually that traffic the plaza know this. Can we cut to the chase here? My constituents expect me to make the most of my time.
I have a record of an injunction brought against your project by Tricia Stanley, advocating for the thousands of citizens living in low-income housing who would be displaced by your project.
Was there a question in there?
10 days after Miss Stanley was murdered, your attorney struck down the injunction, and your project went forward unopposed. So my question is, Senator Trucco, did you have Tricia Stanley murdered?
Are you out of your mind?
Your Honor, this has gone on long enough.
Did you convince your tenant, Linda Morelli, to testify that Tricia Stanley was killed by her boyfriend, David Allen?
You're way off base. I recommend you rein this in.
Explain why your eviction suit against Miss Morelli was dropped despite her inability to pay rent.
Cheating?
Is it because her lost rent money was nothing compared to the millions you made once Miss Stanley was out of your way? Answer the question, Senator.
enough.
Why was Linda Morelli granted these concessions?
Mr. Chief Justice, I have extended great deference to the court by showing up here today, but I am not going to put up with this any longer.
I am sorry, Senator, if you do not have the time to answer for who bore the real cost of your development.
Objection!
Not just Tricia Stanley and her boyfriend, David Allen, who served 21 years in prison.
Honor, please.
For the thousands who were displaced in the name of lining your pockets.
Keating?
The majority whom were poor, powerless, and didn't bear the color of skin desirable to your business interests. You
enough,
tore a
Miss
community
Keating.
apart.
Miss
You tore
Keating, I'm
families
on
apart.
order.
You destroyed lives,
Miss
Senator.
Keating.
Admit it.
Miss Keating.
Admit you killed Tricia Stanley and had my client, David Allen, set up for her murder.
That is enough. You hear me? You say another word and I'll have no choice but to throw you in jail.